go.
Okay, we're here today to talk about the routers and the updates that have been done to the routers. Lynn Haynes has been leading the charge on this to try and get our router problem straightened out so we wouldn't have problems anymore, but it's been quite a process, and this is our final outcome of what we have done with the routers. We have Woodpecker tables and we have Jessum internals, and it seems to be working out the best. All the routers, when they're not in use, of course, will have a cover sitting on top of them with a direction to remind you of which way the tool is turning. So everybody that's used a router knows that you have to go against the rotation of the router foot. So the router itself, the Jessum internals, we now have, I think it's 3¼ horse motor. So it's more powerful than what we had before. The spring handle is now gone. We use one handle here to control how we're going to do this router, to move it up and down and to lock it in position and make sure everything works well. So in order to move this router, you come over to the right side and you make sure it's on unlock. There's an arrow around here. See, it says let me pull this out. It says unlock, and you turn the arrow down to here. Once this is in unlock mode, you come to the other side, slide that all the way down in there. Now you can raise or lower the router. And when you raise the router up to the top, take just a second here. When you get up to the top, people are asking me, where's the button to push in to hold the nut? Now it's back the way we were in the beginning, where we're using 2 wrenches. Wrench down low, wrench up high. So this is how you tighten and loosen the routers, is you use 2 wrenches. There's no button anymore. So that's how that works. You have the two collets here, the quarter, the other, so that they're ready to be used. Once you got your router tool in there and you got everything set up so that you feel comfortable and everything looks good, I'm just going to set a tool in here so you can take a quick look. So I want to lower that tool down. It just takes just a minute. This is how you get your exercise in the morning when you first get here to shop. Make sure you come back and exercise the router. It'll be good for you. Then you take a piece of wood. You're trying to get ready and you're trying to line up your cutter bit. You can come up here and put that wherever you would like it to be. Once it's there, you take the tool out. You go over here to the spindle lock and you turn it around. Now this tool is now locked in that position at that height. So if you come back over here and try and move it, it won't move. Now if you want to come in here and put a bar or something on it and do some damage, that you could do that. But this will not, normally if you put it in there, you go, oh yeah, it's locked. You will know that immediately when you touch it. So once you got it all set, put that away. You put your center retainer ring on there to protect yourself. That would slide on like this, and you use the tool, of course, to put everything in place. And then you're good to go. And this is the easiest way we can go to set up the router. I think we've exhausted every kind of avenue there is to make sure we could get a router that works good for everybody. So some people are saying, well, I like this part, but I don't like that part. We think we finally gotten to the spot where everything is right, and you can be done with it. And maybe I'll even get this out of here. Right now it looks like it's starting to go. Tight fit. Okay, I'm taking this router bit back out. So the fence is still the same, nothing's really changed there. You can slide the fence back and forth. On the plate, on the Jessum plate, there are marks right here where the center is, the center line. So you can bring it to a center line right here. Okay, I'll move it back a little bit. But you can see the lines that are here. Okay, So, and of course, they're easy to adjust, they're no problem. You can open and close these wooden wings when you use the Allen wrench. Loosen these a little bit, like if you need more chunks to get away, or you have a bigger tool. You don't have to have a bigger tool and just cut your way through it like some do. We prefer it that you open the wings rather than run the tool through the middle and then we have to replace the wood. Okay, so these adjust right here's the wrench. They slide in and out as you need, okay? And that works well. All right, down here, this is the controls for the router. This is your speed control here, and this is your on off. I'm gonna put it all the way down. Slow speed, and you can tell up here, it digitally tells you just what's going on with the router. So this is your on and off, and this is your speed control for the router. It's out in front. If I was doing this normally, I would be standing over here away from the tool. But being as I have to shoot this video and you have to see, I'm standing over here. Normally I would be over here to test it where I'm out of the way. Also remember, even though this is here, this is still the same. You need to unplug it before you do anything with the router. You're going to change any tooling or do anything, unplug the router because it can still be activated. We don't want that to happen. So when we're all done with the job and we clean it up and it looks all nice and we vacuum the top of it, I'm going to show you one of the problems that we still seem to have. We got this all looking good. We put our board back on top that talks about the direction. But here's the problem. If you look inside, sometimes it doesn't get clean, or you feed too fast and you build up some sawdust in there. Don't be afraid to clean that sawdust out of there. You know, that helps. And when there's a lot of cutting going on, especially with the bigger chips, it will build up sometimes quickly and it'll block that 3-inch hole that's in the back. And then the dust system just can't pull it all out. So if you do that and you take that out of there, don't take it out with the small vacuum or the vacuum made system. Get it over there, scoop it out into one of the big dust pans that we have. So you can put that right in underneath. Got the door open. It's really easy to pull this. Look, it comes right out of there. It's be easy to take care of. And then we can clean it up. Then in the end, you can use a small vacuum to take care of that. So we want to make sure we're cleaning the machine up top side and bottom side so that everything is right. Make sure you remember, lock and unlock for the spindle. It's simple. Everything is here that you need. This gives you your degrees, or height rather, I'm sorry, of where you're at. So it's a very simple machine to run now. Hopefully you won't have any problems. Again, I think Lynn has gone a long way in doing research and trying to get these things right. So it's been a lot of conversations and a lot of work and a lot of effort, mostly by Lynn. So anyhow, they seem to work really well. I'm hearing a lot of good reviews on them from everybody, but we just wanted you all to know, be safe with these. Make sure they're unplugged. They work very easy and it just seems so nice and smooth and it works so well. You'll get happy with this crank feature that, you know, you might not be paying attention to something else, and I don't want that to be. Always be aware of where your fingers are in relationship to anything that's moving. Okay? Any questions? You can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of Lynn. There are several people in the shop that already are maintainers or whatever that know how to use this equipment. If you have any questions at all, ask somebody. Don't be bashful, just ask somebody. They'll be glad to help you. I haven't heard anybody say no to anybody yet. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoy these. I hope they work well. Let me know what you think of them. let Lynn know what you think of them. That would really be nice. Like I said, he put a lot of work into this, so I really appreciate what he did for the club on that in that aspect. Okay, that's all I have. You all have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you.